Sorry about your damn luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your feature contest on TNA Impact, scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one, accompanied by the pride of Tennessee, Jacqueline, the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm, Robert Roode. They are Beer Money.
July 13 at Victory Road, James Storm and Robert Roode will challenge LAX for the TNA World Tag Team titles under fans' revenge rules. A dozen TNA fans stationed around the ring with leather straps, with Storm and Roode out of control earlier tonight, with LAX in Houston, Texas on a Victory Road PR tour. Jim Cornette has lined up the toughest competition, but can they coexist?
And their opponents first, from Detroit, Michigan, Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
It has been quite a revelation watching the relationship between Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe evolve in recent months. The question of trust between the two has repeatedly surfaced. Most recently last week, miscommunication between Nash and Joe ended up costing Kevin in a loss to Booker T. And Booker absolutely loved watching the problems unfold. When that confrontation got physical, you could see Booker was thrilled. He's not only renting space in Samoa Joe's head, but he's also driving that wedge between Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe. It's time to see if teacher and student can get along.
And his tag team partner from American Samoa, he is the TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
The years of experience, both inside and outside of the ring, the dozens of political situations that Kevin Nash has dealt with through the years, that's been behind Nash's effort to instill knowledge in the reigning TNA champ. Nash has tried to convince Samoa Joe that he needs to deal equally in physical and mental warfare, but Samoa Joe has resisted when Kevin Nash has tried to educate him.
You know, I thought that Jim Cornette brought up some great points earlier this evening when he was talking to Samoa Joe and he was trying to convince Samoa Joe to partner up with Kevin Nash. He said, you know what? He is helping you out. He is making you a better champion. He's making you more paranoid, which is something you gotta be. He said the easy part's winning the belt. The hardest part is keeping it.
One thing certain at Victory Road, as we see the tag team partners go over their pre-match strategy, Samoa Joe in Houston, Texas, you are going to need full concentration, 100% focus on Booker T when you defend the TNA World Heavyweight Championship in Booker's hometown.
You could just see, just reading the lips of Kevin Nash, he looked at Joe and said, watch how it's done. One thing about it, you know that Samoa Joe is filing all this in his memory. He might be acting one way, but as we saw last week, everything that he sees, everything that Nash does, he's taking it into account.
How about the divergent reactions from the tag partners, Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe? Kevin Nash said, there's no problems, only opportunities. But Samoa Joe told Jim Cornette, you are going to be responsible for what happens in this Impact main event.
Well, I think in Joe's mind that if Kevin Nash tries anything that he feels is backhanding him, he's going to lose it. He's going to go off on Kevin Nash, and I think he's warning Jim Cornette that this is what you wanted. Well, if it goes bad, you're going to blame yourself.
Nash going to take Roode up into the air and drive him down. Side slam right on him for the pin, but only a near fall.
Here you can see Booker T looking on the monitor, and of course, nobody more interested in what goes down between Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe than Booker T as he tries to become the TNA World Heavyweight Champion on July 13th in Houston, Texas at Victory Road.
Boy, you can just tell that Booker loves being the center of the controversy, especially when he can try and split Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash. Did you see the blind tag by Joe?
Well, Samoa Joe feeling left out. I think he wanted to get in a little bit on the action. He didn't see Kevin Nash coming over to tag him, so Samoa Joe, well, he just helped himself.
And how about Joe mocking Nash with Nash's patented moves in the corner, and he gets doubled over by Rude, and as Storm comes in, look at Joe fight back with those quick rights.
Well, this is what Joe's all about, but you gotta like the knee there that James Storm did. That's not in a hurry, but Joe off the ropes and then that high knee caught him right in the chin.
A reeling Storm goes into the corner. Joe follows up, gonna shoot him across diagonally, and then charges him with the elbow, and then the kick.
You can see James Storm fall into the mat, and here it is again. Look how high that Samoa Joe can get that kick up. It's amazing for a big man.
Can Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash remain in control? We'll find out when we return to Impact.
I'm an Olympic gold medalist, 12-time world heavyweight champion. Some say the greatest athlete in wrestling history. But success did not come without a price. Over 20 broken bones, 2 neck surgeries, 9 concussions. But as much pain as I suffered, I inflicted even more. TNA Wrestling crossed the line.
And welcome back, everyone, to Thursday Night Impact. Continuation of our main event tag team match. Robert Roode, James Storm against Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what went down during the recent commercial break.
Well, this is how Beer Money took control of the situation. Samoa Joe had things going his way. Went to go off the ropes, and there you can see Robert Roode grab that foot, pull him down, and now Robert Roode has control of him in the ring. And I want to remind everybody, go to TNAWrestling.com because you're running out of time. It's a week and a half before Victory Road. You want to get your videos sent in so you can be a ringside for fans' revenge and strap the hell out of Beer Money every chance you get.
Robert Roode and James Storm against LAX at Victory Road for the TNA tag titles, but they've got Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe here in this Impact main event. You know what, Don? They're in total control of this match.
I'll tell you something, they're working so good together as the penitent Joe gets the shoulder up as you see Booker T again. And look at that look of satisfaction on his face. Oh, but Joe just slams him in a hurry, and Kevin Nash has the arm out.
That look of satisfaction may turn to concern after the offensive move by Samoa Joe, and what? Not only does he not tag in Kevin Nash, but he just gave him the one-gun salute.
And I'll tell you what, he walked right into a wicked clothesline, and that, I think, is what Kevin Nash is talking about. That Samoa Joe is letting these things get into his head. He's got to be more mentally strong at Victory Road, because look at this. Roode and Storm do it whenever they want. Here comes Nash.
Double clothesline. Takes down both Roode and Storm. Gonna take Roode up to his shoulder, and in the corners, drops him with the snake eyes.
Nice shot. What a right to the head of the Cowboy, James Storm, as he goes right after him. Out of the ring, you just see Joe still trying to get to his feet. And here's Jacqueline. She just handed Robert Roode the handcuffs.
Face first goes Storm right here at our broadcast position, courtesy of Kevin Nash. And meanwhile, swing and a miss with the handcuffs by Roode, and Samoa Joe applies the rear naked choke, the Kakina clutch. Oh, you see the low blow, that mule kick right between the legs by Roode.
Referee Earl Hebner didn't see it. Now here he goes for the payoff, but Samoa Joe not going to let him. Samoa Joe takes him up instead and puts him right on his face.
Front suplex by Joe. Open hand thrust, rights and lefts to the corner. Gonna go for the muscle buster. Roode fights it off and reaches the eyes.
Trying to get a sense in him, and wow, look at that kick by Joe. Upside down, cracks him in the head, and he's got him in the muscle buster.
Here he comes. Oh, man, down goes Roode, courtesy of the muscle buster. Joe, leg hook.
2, got it.
Here are your winners, Big Sexy Kevin Nash and the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
In spite of their communication problems, Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash end up victorious in our Impact main event.
I mean, think about it. Kevin Nash still able to find a way to work together with Samoa Joe. Got Storm out of that ring, and then it became one-on-one. Robert Roode